Hey guys, this is Cam315 back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another My Hero Academia manga chapter review for you guys, and we got a pretty damn interesting manga chapter. Shigaraki is growing, essentially. Yeah, that's crazy. That was crazy. Anything essentially is the modern day example now for what potentially could be of what the quirk doomsday theory is. And then we get left on a cliffhanger with frickin' Toga confessing her love to Deku, saying that she wants to be his boyfriend, or she wants him to be her boyfriend. Yes, crazy things ensue. Anyways, let's talk about it. Let's get into it. So yeah. Anyways, we know last week, the thing when the Battle of Shigaraki is this especially at the end, this weird thing, this weird type of body parts of different fingers and hands and stuff came out of nowhere and stuff like that, and it caught all the heroes off guard. Also, this chapter is titled Inflation too. Anyways, obviously the heroes are wondering what the heck is this, like stuff like that. It's like this huge cluster of fingers and stuff like that are like taking out the UA building and stuff like that. So yeah. Now the heroes think it's a quirk, and Aizawa's like, wait, are your eyes still opening? Are it like, you're still staring? Eraser's still in effect, and Monama's like, yeah, it's still in effect, and stuff like that. And that's when Edshot is like, then that means that's not a freaking quirk, man. Um, and that's when Shigaraki goes on to say, oh no, it's not a quirk. It's a simple growth of my body parts, or simple growth of my body and stuff like that. Just like as me growing hair or your fingernails growing back and everything. That's what it essentially it is. And it's like, that's disgusting and that's terrible and that's terrifying and stuff like that. He goes on to say, the body must adapt to ever evolving quirks. This new form that humanity acquires is the next step for superpowered society, in line with the singularity proposed by Garaki or Dr. Ujiko, and stuff like that. So essentially, this is like a different form of Shigaraki, a more powered up form of Shigaraki. Um, and it's just essentially this crazy mass just growing and continuing to grow, like as if it was like hair or his toenails or his fingernails essentially growing back and stuff like that. And he goes on to say, you people who sweep it all under the rug and shy away from the inevitable future couldn't possibly comprehend. And again, he's mentioning the quirk doomsday theory of the whole standpoint, which has already been established, the fact that, as the ever increasing generation of people who get quirks continue to go each passing generation, the more stronger quirks kids will get from their parents will go on and increase and everything, because your parents will already have pretty strong quirks, and then they conceive a child, kid's quirk will probably be stronger than theirs, and then they end up mating with another person, yada yada yada, and it ends up to the point where their quirks are so damn powerful that they can't control their own body, that their bodies can't control their own quirks, and they go out of haywire and essentially could end the whole entire world as we know it. That thing's been a huge whole theory, and the fact that this is like, I guess you can say, a premonition in a way to what this whole theory could be expecting. That's insane. That's insane. And stuff like that. The only difference is Dr. Ujiko did did the work on Shigaraki's body so he can control this, because the whole quirk doomsday theory is about these people getting these crazy powerful quirks that they can't control. Here, Shigaraki can control this thing and everything, which again is scary. We cut over we cut over to obviously Mirako, and she's calling for some spare replacement arms and replacement legs, prosthetics. I only thought she had a prosthetic arm. I totally didn't. Either I missed it, but I totally didn't know she had she lost a leg in the last battle, and she had a prosthetic, and she had a prosthetic leg. I didn't know that, but okay, so yeah. Anyways, her and Dia and Bakugo kind of have a banter back and forth, saying like, we need you need to get your act together and everything and stuff like that. And obviously Bakugo's like, call me by my real hero name and stuff like that. You need to keep lecturing me and stuff like that. So the banter between these two is hilarious. I swear, I definitely could see a team up with these two, and they'd be going back and forth with each other. Now they tell each other, Best Jean's like, listen, we need to stay focused on everything right now and stuff like that. So yeah. Now this is when we end up seeing Mandalay. Mandalay ends up getting in contact with the other heroes. She's like, listen, I got in contact with Deku, and essentially she's saying like, listen, the reason why Deku's gone is because Toga dragged them into another portal, and they're on Akuto Island, which essentially is an island off the coast of Japan, which is pretty far away from where they're at right now and stuff like that. So obviously the thing is, well, we gotta warp Deku back, but Edgeshot's like, we can't do that because the thing is, Monoma can only copy a quirk using one quirk at a time. He can't use he can't copy two quirks and use them simultaneously. And the heroes are thinking like, if we have Monoma let go of Erasure just to bring Deku back, we are all dead. Because do you see that in that entire cluster worth of mass of fingers and hands and stuff like that? And if those properties are just like Shigaraki's typical decay quirk, they are dead within an instant. Heck, I think Shigaraki would probably decay the entire structure. They're all dead. And that would be the thing. It's like, oh no, they gotta keep this guy having his eyes open. Otherwise, you're copying Aizawa's quirk. Otherwise, you can kiss all these heroes goodbye. Dead. And Shigaraki wins. And more than likely, that's it. So Toga literally threw this entire plan into a problem just because she took Deku away and everything and stuff like that. So yeah, and that's what they even say. That's what Best Genius even says. Like, the moment Erasure is gone, the moment we lose it or it's undone, we're done. It's over. Finished. We can kiss our chances of saving the world goodbye. And stuff like that. So yeah. Anyways, that's when they end up telling Deku, listen, we would like to do this, but we can't because these circumstances. You have to get back on your own. So essentially, Deku has to get back on their own, as Best Genius and company have to hold Shigaraki off till he gets back. So that's crazy. That is freaking crazy. And like I said, Akuto Island is 200 kilometers offshore the Pacific Island. And two, Gang Orca actually controls this aquarium area, and stuff like that. So yeah, anyways, we cut over to that area. Gang Orca and his forces are fighting against the Nomu, and the Nomus are actually a lot stronger than with the past Nomus. Like, we see Nomu regenerating and everything and stuff like that. So that's crazy. Now we got Nomus regenerating, so they're like Majin Buu. Oh, joy. We also end up seeing Moonfish show back up, and he's doing his nasty little teeth thing to break all the heroes apart, and stuff like that. So yeah, we get an interesting scene between Froppy and, yes, Sirius. If you do not know who Sirius is, if you just read the manga and you don't touch the anime, Sirius, and the reason why you hear other people in their reviews talking about Sirius as a big thing, Sirius at the time was only an anime original character in like the filler offshoots episodes with Froppy from season 2, with Sue from season 2, and this past season with the filler episode for season 5 that essentially had the tie into the third My Hero Academia movie. Sirius, we all thought was just an anime only character because she never made an appearance in the manga. We finally get confirmation here. No, Sirius is a confirmed pro hero within the staple of the canon of the manga. So that's dope. I enjoy that. That essentially also means that Selkie more than likely is also canonized as well. He's probably actually here too. I actually think that's really cool that Horikoshi actually brought a character from the anime and put it in the manga, and finally canonized the character for good, because you can make that whole thing, well, it's a filler episode, it's not in the canon of My Hero Academia. It's just kind of like, kind of taking place, but that's pretty damn dope. I definitely did like that. It's pretty cool to see Sirius there. I will not be shocked if Selkie is also there, because that would be cool too. It would make sense that he would fight alongside Gang Orca too, because he's a sea lion, so yeah, or an otter or something like that. So yeah. But anyways, that's the whole thing. Now, because of this whole explosion, it carried, Sue's telling Sirius that Deku and Ochaku got blown away and everything. Now, Ochaku's telling Deku, like, what did Aizawa say? And Deku's like, they can't transport me back there. I have to go there myself on my foot. But in the meantime, Toga's like, you're not going anywhere. You're staying right here. And, she's like, don't go, Izuku. I want you to stay here. I love you. And stuff like that. So Ochako's saying this. She's like, freaking Toga and everything. Now, Deku's danger sense, again, isn't activating as Toga is attacking Deku. And the fourth user of One for All essentially tells Deku, the reason why your danger sense is not triggering right now is because this girl genuinely loves you. And because she genuinely loves you, danger sense won't activate because there's no sense of hostility. And it goes to show you how warped and freaking messed up in the head Toga is with how she defines what love is. To her, love is killing somebody, which is so weird, so scary, and just so disturbing. And the fact that to a crazy person like Toga, love essentially means that she just likes to cut them up and kill them and stuff like that. And she genuinely loves Deku, but she wants to do all that stuff to him. And it goes to show you, like, this girl is kind of beyond saving. You can try to, but this girl really is beyond saving, and stuff like that. So that's why danger sense is not activating, because the feelings Toga has towards Deku, she loves him. She loves him, all right. But her way of love is meaning, I'm going to kill them and take their blood and everything and stuff like that. So yeah. Now, this is when Deku ends up asking her, essentially saying, like, what do you want from me exactly, Toga? And that's when Toga goes on to say, I want you to be my boyfriend. As the chapter ends off, and the chapter goes on to say, that's because when she hurts people, she does so out of pure, genuine affection. Ochaku hears this. Deku gives this weird look, like he's like, oh shit. So I'm just gonna say this. I bet you, if you were a Deku X Toga shipper, you were marking your ass off. But that is crazy. That is crazy. Shigaraki's huge, gigantic, massive hands, that's a problem. That needs to be dealt with, which means only Deku can probably deal with that. So that's insane. And in terms of what we got the end of the chapter off, that's also insane. The fact that Toga is in love with Deku so much that her hostile actions is her way of showing love. Now, listen, before I get out of here too, I have a pretty good impression, and I just said shippings. If you were a shipper of Deku X Ochako, I'm just gonna say this: if you've been waiting for this moment where Ochako can potentially finally confess her love towards Deku, I'm sorry, man, but Horikoshi has set this up where it's going to happen now. It's got to happen. It just doesn't. It's not. I'm not just saying. No, he's setting it up to happen. No, it's got to happen. This is how they're going to set up the final battle between Ochako and Toga now. And this is going to be this is going to be the time where we're also going to set up the Ochako confession of her feelings to Deku, where she finally gets it off her chest. And she tells Deku that she loves her Deku and she's going to protect him. I hope that's where the next chapter is going. Maybe I'm asking too much if Ochako steps in and says, Deku, get out of here. Toga, you will not have Deku as your boyfriend because he's going to be my boyfriend after this is all said and done. But I think I'm asking too much for Ochako to say that. I think truly and honestly, this is going to be the time where Ochako is just going to be like, screw it, I'm going to get this off my chest because I love this guy. And that's when she's probably going to cut in and she's like, that's not going to happen, Toga, because I'm the one that's in love with Deku. And she's going to get off her chest. She's going to confess to Deku, or Deku's going to hear it. And it's going to be her confession that, well, she's in love with Deku. And Deku's going to hear this. And we'll see how Deku feels about this. I think he's going to like it. And that definitely means the end of this series is going to be so good because Deku's going to be the greatest hero known to man. And he's going to get the girl. Yes. They're setting it up. I'm crossing my fingers. Next chapter in 5 days. Yes, the manga chapter is released. The next manga chapter is going to release in 5 days. So on Friday, which I'm guessing that means they're going to go on break the following week. And I'm crossing my fingers that Ochako steps in and says, Deku, you need to go. You need to go do what you're going to do. I'll take care of Toga. And before Deku goes, that's probably when she'll blurt out that as for you, Toga, I'm gonna defeat you, and that's not gonna happen because I love Deku, and stuff like that. So I can't wait, man. 5 days can't come fast enough, man. If I get my confession without, you don't understand, guys. You don't understand. If you're new to the channel, and you haven't been subscribed, I've been shipping Deku and Ochako from the start of this series. Since I started this series, I've been waiting desperately that we would get a confession scene. I was waiting since she came back with the rest of Class 1A to bring Deku back to UA. I've been waiting for this moment. I thought the whole scene, she had, after he gets back to UA, I thought they were gonna have some downtime. I thought she was gonna confess to him through all that hecticness going on in the last arc, the little mini arc of Deku coming back home to UA. But Horikoshi literally set it up right here, right now, that he just has to write the words of Ochako saying, I love Deku. And she confesses those feelings to Deku. That's all I need, because I feel like that's, again, with everything that Ochako's been through, that's, with her character, that's another thing of her character that's kind of important as well, as getting that proverbial thing off her chest, because we know what happened back in season 3 where she's trying to hide those feelings in for Deku, but she wants to bring that out because she cares about the guy. She loves the guy. She likes him. She looks up to him. She has admiration for him. I can go through everything. And it's like I said, when you have that first love, you can say, I'm gonna push those feelings down. But in your hardest of hearts, you'll always yearn and want your first love. And that's what Ochako is. That's what Deku is to Ochako. That's her first love, the guy she fell in love with. Because of what he stands for and stuff like that. And of course, she probably even fell in love with even more the fact that he's damn near essentially the best, probably going to be the best hero, or the hero that saves everybody. I want to say the best hero, but the hero that saves everybody, and stuff like that. So Horikoshi is setting it up where we are going to get the confession. And it's probably more than likely 100% going to happen next chapter. And if it doesn't, I'm going to be very fucking pissed. It better happen. I'm sick and tired of this stupid plot line between Deku and Ochako being just blown off so many times. Just let it happen. Just have Ochako say, I love Deku. The moment we say that, I don't care what everything. I know that already. The title of my next chapter review is going to be Ochako finally says she loves Deku. That's good. I'm good. That's all I asked for. As a My Hero Academia fan. Then we can get into the nitty gritty stuff. But I think next week we're gonna get the Ochako confession. Deku's gonna get away because Ochaka's gonna let that, and she's gonna say, "I'll take care of Toga. You go." I'll see. Be interesting to see if they're gonna cut somewhere else. Gonna be definitely interesting, but definitely gonna be intrigued to see where this story goes next. So you Ochako X Deku shippers, you guys might be getting your big moment you've been waiting for, which can shut down all these other ships Deku's shipped with. So yeah, but other than that, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day or night or whenever you're checking out this video. Until then, guys, I'll catch you guys on the next video. So hit that subscribe button if you want more of my Higurashi content. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's chapter. Do you think Ochako will confess to Deku next chapter? As well as hit that like button if you like this video. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Catch you guys later. See you guys later. Peace.